Okay, we just completed a bunch of proof problems where we were not using Sage at all. When we come back to Sage, I'm gonna, I'm at the Sage prompt, by the way. I'm gonna do reset. And again, we've already walked through this problem, and what do? We walked through how to do the sum and how to look at the sum and know what the integration was, all right? So what I want to do is define some variables here. And one of the variables I want to define is I'm going to define the variable, let's see, I'm going to define the variable n and I. So n, comma, I, and they're now variables now. All right, and the reason for that, I'm going to be using these things in an expression, all right? So the other thing I want to point out in Sage, x is automatically a variable, but if you want, you can type it in, all right? What I mean by that, if you don't feel comfortable knowing that x is a variable, just type it in, say x is a variable. What I'm going to do, well, I'm going to do the integration first. So f of x, my claim was it was x squared, if you recall. And I want to do an integration. So integrate, and whoops, sorry about that. I'm a little too quick there. But I'm going to integrate f of x with respect to x, and x is going to go from 0 to 1. What do we get? We get 1/3, as expected, by the way. We did that work before. Now I want to do the sum, and this is where some students are going to be have difficulty typing it in. Let's type that in, and I'm going to talk about the sum function. I'm going to call it s of n. And what's s of n? It's a sum. And what's it a sum? Well, let's type this in. It looks like 1. By the way, I'm looking at this over here. That's what I'm typing in. 1 divided by n times, it looks like I divided by n, and that's going to be squared. And we're going to start, the counter is going to be I, right? So it's going to be I, and we're going to go from 1 to n. Let me pull that over so you can see what I'm doing here. All right, I got s of n. All right, what am I going to do now? The limit, Sn, and then we're going to go n to infinity, see what happens. It should be 1/3. It's 1/3 as advertised. Again, the work that we went through is paper and pencil work, and that's really what you need to learn, by the way, the paper and pencil work. The other thing I wanted to show you was that Sage is quite capable of giving you formulas, and let me go through that with you. So for example, the sum of the integer squared, the counter's I, and we're counting from 1 to n, it should give me a formula. What formula does it give me? It actually gives me the expanded form of this one over here. They actually multiplied it out, all right? I want to go through that with you to make sure you understand that I'm not going to multiply that out. I'm going to do a Boolean. Whoops, sorry about that. And a Boolean, I want to see if what they tell me that sum is it what I say it is, which is n star n plus 1 star 2 star n plus 1 divided by 6. Now it's either true or false. It's true, exactly what we expected it to be. Thank you.